Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3. They're all great. I think they all hold up as sequels, which is pretty hard to do.
I didn't even know there was a part
as good as the first one. I'm still holding out for a number 4, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Jackie Chan's looking pretty old, but I think he can still pull it off if he wanted to.
Well, I mean, Rush Hour, or what's his name? Chris Tucker isn't a spring chicken now either.
They're both pretty up there.
Hasn't there been rumors of 4 for a while?
Yeah, I think there was rumors within the last year, or before COVID actually, of something kind of in the works. I don't know if because of COVID it's kind of stopped or whatever, but I think that there was some talks of that picking back up, but hopefully I'd have to do some research and see if anything more concrete within the more recent time has popped up. But yeah, I think they were talking about that.
They should do it
back.
Especially because of Bill and Ted Face the Music being so successful. Like, people are hungry for that.
Nostalgic.
Yeah.
Especially them 90s kids.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Them 90s kids got all the money right now, so they need to go out there and spend it with their unvaccinated asses like myself.
Atlas, what do you got for us?
I actually just have one recommendation, and it was something that I watched probably like about a month or two ago. I don't know. I don't think I wrecked this on the show before. Mile 22. Did I wreck that?
With Wahlberg?
Yeah, with Wahlberg.
No.
Dude, I watched that. It was with Mark Wahlberg and John Malkovich, and
Isn't Ronda Rousey in that shit?
yeah, dude, she's in that too. She's like a SWAT. She's on SWAT and shit. But it's very action packed. It's very fucking Wahlberg, you know. it's very fucking. You can't talk to me like that. You can't talk to me like that. It's very like that fool's just kind of like ball breaker. I highly recommend it, especially because it kind of like if it kind of goes with like the movie pick that we're doing right now. Like if you like this movie, you probably like Mile 22. So check it out. Mile 22 is from 2018, and it's available on Netflix.
Nice. Okay.
Just the one?
Just one, dude. Got the Wahlburger.
All right.
All right, so I'll pass it over to Wes.
All right, so recommendations. I've been watching a few things. One rec that I wanted to throw out. I'm not sure if I already wrecked this when it started, but the Mighty Ducks Game Changers on Disney Plus.
What?
With Emilio Estevez returning. It's Bombay.
Gordon Bombay?
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good. It's turning out to be a really good show. Definitely something there for your veteran watchers and kids as well.
Doesn't it have some of the original cast in there?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have Goldberg though.
Nah. Come on.
He's
man.
still recovering, man.
But I think he's getting better.
That's good to hear.
I think I saw he got like some new teeth and stuff, and
yeah. I feel for that guy, dude. That sucks. Sorry to bring that up, man.
No, it's all right. It's relevant, no worries. But yeah, Mighty Ducks Game Changers. I think they're on episode 5 or 6 right now. You guys should watch it if you haven't already.
Is the whole series out, or is it still ongoing?
No, it's still ongoing week by week.
Okay.
They're making us wait.
What is the series like? Is there like villains? Is there someone that he's they're going against?
So they're actually going against the Mighty Ducks now. Obviously, Bombay is not the current coach, and it's like the current Mighty Ducks are like the kind of jock bullies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're like they're elitists.
Mighty Duck fucks.
Yeah, as far as hockey, and so. The kind of premise is this one kid gets kicked off because they say he's not good enough, and then he goes and him and his mom start like this kind of reject team called the Don't Bothers.
Ha!
which is hilarious. And then so he kind of rounds up all of his friends, and they're trying to actually become like this serious team. So it's kind of their growth while kind of battling the Ducks, I guess.
Oh, so the Ducks are the villains this time, dude.
Yeah.
Ducks are pretty mean, though. You ever fucked with a duck?
Or geese, man. Geese are pretty crazy.
Yeah, geese will snap at you, bro.
But yeah, Game Changers. Pretty good show. And then I watched Psycho Gorman again.
What? That's a good one.
Yeah, just it's on sale digitally for like $8.99. Fun little campy movie. And I think in 8 or 9 days it will be available to stream on Shudder for anybody who has Shudder out there. It is a Shudder original, but it wasn't available to stream on the service yet. So for anybody who hasn't seen it yet or doesn't want to pay for it, if you have Shudder already, you'll be able to check it out in a few days.
That's a good one, man. I highly recommend that one. Shout out to Onaris, because that fool is the one who introduced me to Psycho Gorman. Thank you for that. That's a 5-star movie for sure.
Yeah, James, you should check it out. It's so funny.
Okay, and you said it's on Shudder right now?
No, it'll be on Shudder in like 7 days.
Dude, definitely watch that with Jordan, dude. Like, that's
okay.
No, like, for reals, that's like a father-son movie for sure, dude. Or father's, like, like a family. That's like a family movie for sure. But I think he'd be really intrigued.
I don't care for hunky boys. Or do I?
The fucking, yeah, dude. It's really cool because there's a lot of, like, nostalgic references in the movie. But shout out to Elijah. He showed that to his son, and he fucking really liked it. And I think he's like 5 or 6 or something, and they really bonded with it. But dude, it's a good movie for reals.
Okay, yeah, I'll check that out.
For real.
Yeah, but that'll move us into our main focus, right?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the movie focus of the week.
All right, finally, this week it was my pick, and I wanted to talk about The Drop. It's rated R. It's from 2014, if you could believe that. It's a crime drama. It runs at 1 hour and 57 minutes, and it's got a smooth 89 on Rotten. It was written by Dennis Lehane, directed by Michael R. Roskam, starring Tom Hardy, the late James Gandolfini, Nomi Rapace, John Ortiz, Matthias Schoornitz, sorry if I murdered that, Michael Arnov, and James Frechivo. Set in Brooklyn, New York, an average bartender, Bob, is not only faced with protecting his new dog, but also maintaining composure as his drop bar is suddenly robbed. Bob and his older cousin Marv are then left to figure out who might have pulled off the heist, and more importantly, who was silly enough to rip off Chechen crime bosses. Originally conceived as a short story called Animal Rescue, which came out in 2009, the film was then adapted into a feature length by its original writer, Dennis Lehane. The film hits hard. Although it feels simplistic on its surface at first, there seems to be many layers to comb through here. From its gritty and dark representation of Brooklyn itself, dreamy soundtrack, top-notch performances, and great character building from all of the cast, and yes, this includes Rocco. It's a wonder how this film seems to continue to fly under the radar for most even to this day. Made on a modest budget of $12 million, the film only managed to bring in about $18 million. However, The Drop seems to be universally loved as it's mostly received positive reviews and sits at a crisp 89, as I had said earlier. The film seems to play with themes of loneliness and how its central characters are trying to navigate through that sadness and find hope again, all of them dealing with this in different ways. I remember going to see this the first week it opened and being completely blown away by the film. It really struck a nerve with me back in 2014, and now rewatching it again, it has continued to age gracefully with its subtleties and incredibly effective writing. The Drop is one of the best thrillers you've never seen. Thank you.
Hey, good
Nice.
job. That was good, man.
Yeah.
So, Wesley, what made you want to choose The Drop, and what do you think about it, dude?
I think it's a sleeper hit, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think Tom Hardy is in rare form. This is something very different. You know, of course he's done Bronson and stuff, but he's a lot more ballsy in most of his work, or
bold.
Then, yeah, right. And in this one, he's almost misunderstood in the same way that the Pitbull is misunderstood. You know what I mean? They're almost like on the same wavelength, or it's like they're a metaphor for each other, if you want to look at it that way. And I always thought that was very interesting,
Like a reflection.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're finding meaning in each other. But just even this cast, you know, you got Noomi Rapace from the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trilogy. She's Swedish.
Yeah, she was really good in that.
Yeah, she's amazing. Prometheus. She's done a handful of great stuff. And this is no exception, you know. And then Gandolfini, of course, as you were, as you said earlier off air. Sopranos, True Romance, Where the Wild Things Are.
Yeah.
The list goes on, you know. And especially because this was his last performance. I think he passed away like a month after this wrapped. You know, this was his.
How did he pass again? How did he die?
I think it was just like a heart attack or something like that.
Tony.
But yeah, so I feel like this film should be regarded higher than, at least I, in my opinion, think that it is. Or, you know, a lot of people aren't talking about this film the way that they should. And I understand that it's very dialogue driven. You have to be patient with it. But at the same time, I don't think that it's boring whatsoever. And there's a lot of like underlining themes running throughout this that make it very interesting. It's not very long; it flies by.
Yeah.
The pacing is very good. It's also I think important to point out how like it's kind of a melting pot of ethnicities also in this. You know what I mean?
It's because it's Brooklyn.
Yeah. But I'm saying like they could have gotten that wrong, and I feel like they were genuine with that. Where, you know, like the detective's Puerto Rican, and then you got you just
the Chechnyans.
The mafiosos are fucking Chechnyans, you know.
And then they're like Bob and Marv are like Irish Catholic or something, I want to say. And then they have all those like wise guys that show up at the bar because of the dude that was killed and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I thought it was a solid movie, man. Thanks for showing it to me. It's my first time seeing it, so it all took me by surprise for sure. Especially Bob's character, Tom Hardy. Like, I just had like, I already felt for the dude because he was kind of like you said, a sleeper. Like, this movie overall is a sleeper, but his character, ironically, is the sleeper of the whole movie. So I felt like his character was the one that was, I guess you can say, the main character. He was like the main character, and Gandolfini was like a co-star to the movie. But you kind of don't notice that until like towards the end of the movie. I went into the movie thinking that it was all going to be about James, you know, cousin Marv. Especially that's what I took away from the trailer, because I only watched the trailer and then I watched the movie. But yeah, dude, I thought it was really good. There was a lot of metaphors in the movie, a lot of crazy like violence in the movie, a lot of wise guy shit in the movie. So if you're a fan of mob crime dramas, for sure, this is up your alley. But yeah, like you said, dude, it's a sleeper. I've never even heard of the movie before you told me about it. Was this before or after he played Bane?
This was a little after, because Bane